Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing well today. It's time. I'm gonna turn off my camera for a second. What day 26, day 40, 46? Day 46 has in store for us. Very curious to see. Wait, where's my, oh, there it is. It's a rainy day today. I had a really hard time getting out of bed this morning. And it's still pouring down rain outside, which I like. I like the rain, but I've noticed that as I get older and older, it does become a little bit more difficult for me to, I don't know, get my brain in gear. It seems like I have like brain fog on rainy days. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to just automatically attach. There we go. And then we should have our heart rate monitor. Who knows if I'm actually going to need it. I mean, this is baby mode, right? After Bina's dead, it's just baby mode now. So let's see what we've actually got here. Forged Girl, and I took her, but a couple of them, I think Laverne Justice today. ALF gear all distributed. Okay. So I need to do a Midnight of White. And I need to do it and get all of the energy. Now I'm assuming that Midnight starts... One more, you know, there's really one more, you know, there's really no rush at all. We're gonna try to get a bit more, perhaps a bit more in the way of, what's the word I want to say? We're gonna try to get a bit more of, like, energy. We're gonna try to get a bit more bang for our buck, because we're not necessarily set to statting everybody up all the way. But I think for the most part, we're just trying to make it through the day. That's pretty much it, I think. Probably just the rain. I'm having a hard time getting my brain in gear. Probably just the rain. I'm having a hard time getting my brain in gear. I think that the music has changed. This is different music, isn't it? It feels different. All right, one more and we'll trigger the next event. We'll wait for these guys to be done before we do it. And we have one meltdown coming. I'm assuming it's going to be one of these Scorched Girls, so that's fine. I cannot imagine getting this deep into the game and not having suppressed all of the other cores. I feel like it would be wildly difficult to get to this point. You think this is the second trumpet music? I guess it started out. Oh shit. Okay, so we have meltdowns, global meltdowns, and it looks like we have White Dawn, which we've literally never seen before, coming up next. So I have no idea what that actually entails, but it does look like our meltdowns are not secure. Now, I think we have reduced meltdowns. Yeah, currently increasing the time limit of meltdown alarms. That doesn't matter. But I'm pretty sure that Central makes it so that we get less meltdowns. That's not super exciting. We're a bit... we're gunning down clerks. Because, we have to. freaked me out before whenever it comes to the other shit. Butts get more butts? Oh my, Petey. Where are the butts even at? And if there are butts of the cognition filter. Alright. I think there might only be one. Yeah, that's just the one. And we got all the clerks here and here. And here. Got 2 bullets left. Okay, cool. So everything except for Central is clear of clerks. We've gunned down all of the clerks. Now it's time to get back to work. We are limited. It's self-imposed limitations, but we are limited on what abnormalities we're working with today, because I'm pretty sure this will be the last day where I'm stat juicing people. I mean, we hit the memory repository, I think, like yesterday, so I'm pretty sure that it doesn't matter for that. But I do want to try to, if possible, get stats for, you know, get stats for people. That's right. I could be working Judgment Bird here. I think Geminiano needs to work on Judgment Bird a bit. Now, one of the quirks that we've basically come in contact with every single time has been, we want to have people spread out. We'll start spreading people out. Let's do a twofer. So glad I don't have Highway to Hell, or the Express Train to Hell. I'm so glad I don't have a bunch of the other abnormalities I've had to deal with in the past. I just wanna see new content. I'm so ready for new story. If I take one more step, that'll be the farthest I've ever been from the Shire. Spreading everybody out now. I could put you in the elevator. We've got, okay, yep, 2 there. You guys are all spread out. I don't know if it's necessarily that I need to keep everybody out of the main rooms. That's been something that has happened in the past, but I don't necessarily think that it's that. I just want to have people spread out so that if we do come across something bad, we are able to respond to it quickly. Okay, I think that's set. So now we've got 2 ticks. One of the ticks is gonna be, the last tick is gonna be Der Freischütz. So I'm gonna move Gimiog or Gimiog in there, and then I'm going to have Piper do one more job with things to do to me, is to take away my ability to pause, which makes me have basically a full-on panic attack. That's why I started the day off by gunning down literally every single clerk that I could see. All right, we're triggering now with Gimiog. From meaningless errands to exploration to contract killing, they'll do whatever you want. God damn it! I really wish those would stay up just a second longer. And it's a WoW Abno. Like that's the only one. Kiriko as well, and we'll see how that goes. Damage. I'm pretty sure both of these guys have only white damage. Fatal's doing all damage, and Necro's doing red. So that's a good spread of damage. We're gonna send our A team up to intercept this. And immediately after this, we're getting a white noon. Alright, here goes Necro, the goat. Let's pause and take a peek at this. It is immune to only black damage, and red damage is the weakness. And it does black damage, which Necro has 80%. What? No, he didn't. He wasn't hypnotized. He let White Knight out. He just let White Knight out. He stood still and held up his hammer and then did like a shoon thing, and then immediately... God damn it. To do. Am I just supposed to cross my fingers and hope that that doesn't happen? I guess I just have to cross my fingers and hope it doesn't wind up in that area. That's such ass. Because that is RNG. I fucking hate you, White Knight. Say to feed the apostate to one sin and get more reps. I mean, I'm looking around for one sin because one sin's been shuffled around like 30 times. I don't know exactly where it is. Being supremely irritated. I want to be, when White Knight gets out, I just want to restart, like, as soon as possible. You say get deeper. Yeah, I'd love to do that, but now we have Apocalypse Bird out. I'm gonna have to restart the day. I can't proceed like this. I don't even know how many people I have left, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people alive. Everybody else has been converted. I mean, like, if Apocalypse Bird gets out, I'm just gonna Alt F4. This combination of having White Knight and Apocalypse Bird makes me incredibly irritated. I don't know if they designed it intentionally for it to be like this, just to make the player angry. But I have to say that I don't love that. I don't love that one bit. The fact that Apocalypse Bird makes you not able to pause the game, get that. The fact that you're not allowed to pause the game when White Knight gets out, I get that. But taking away your ability to press escape and go to the menu, just make it so that if you press escape and go to the menu while they're out, it doesn't pause the game. I don't know, that there's a precedent. Other games do that. I'm thinking of Don't Starve Together. When you go to the pause menu and you are in a world, it does not pause the game, and it says on the menu, not paused. Seriously, it's not paused. Or you just, I mean, like, there are a million ways you could do this. It's just really irritating. Any of the other ad or not, we're just gonna have to figure. All right, we had Velasquez. Man, beginning of the day. Also, don't love that. I mean, I don't really have much of a choice. I really don't have a choice because of the setup that I have. But it is, I don't love it. One. Okay. Time to get everybody back to work. Anybody happens to allow, if anything that lets abnormalities break out, if anything lets White Knight out, your game is cooked. It's so aggravating. That's why people say, like, that they just never take White Knight. Ever. Just fuck White Knight all the way. Never take White Knight. It's cancer. We'll just have to see if it chases White Knight and lets White Knight out. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do or what I could possibly do. Like, it would be one thing, I guess I could put a larger contingent in whatever section that White Knight is in and just always plan to have whatever it is that gets into that department with White Knight die instantly or we're cooked. I mean, it could be just like an express train to hell situation where the only thing that I have to do is just pile up people in the area where White Knight is, and then boom. That might be the play. That might be the only option. I don't love that though. I think that's ass. Personally, I don't love that. All right. We'll get our meltdown and we get our bullets back. It's Judgment Bird up here. Okay, and now... There's always one more. Always one more in Central. Got a full squad of bozos down here. All right. Is it just me, or did they severely lower the number of clerks that are in the facility? Because it used to take me significantly longer, I think, to kill all of the clerks. And now, from what I'm looking at, I mean, Red only had like 5 total clerks in there. The disciplinary department only had like 5 clerks in it. White Knight's acting up. Alright. We've only got, I think, we got a twofer right here. Scrubbed clean of all of the useless employees that only work. I'm nervous. That got me on edge. There's no way to stun the random guys that spawn into your facility either. Like, there's nothing I can do if he gets out and decides to do that thing. Like, if he gets out and decides to let out White Knight. I just hope that it's only in the area of the facility that he's currently in, and that he can't do it globally. Because if he can do it globally, I'm just fucked. It might be one of those things, though, where I just got really, really unlucky. The very first shot got super, super unlucky. It wouldn't be the first time. Whenever I start to hear Judgment Bird punching people. There's nowhere I can run to either. It's just always super loud in my earballs. I suspect if you did a day 1 reset, once all Abnos researched and all Ego purchased, you could end up with a much less hostile facility. That would be pretty grindy. Yeah, I mean, for sure. If I did only one reroll, there are certain, but for example, like taking what's like, I want to say taking censored, but at the same time, like, not really. Taking censored is a really bad idea because it's much more dangerous, I think, than nothing there. But like, any of the Aleph abnormalities are super dangerous if there's some. It doesn't really matter. If I were to go through the facility again and only pick my preferred or my choice Abnos, I guess I could repository to get another roll, but what you're describing, I don't know what this one does. A white and a pale fixer. Okay, so that just means that all we have to do is take out the this bad boy. The voice who's in the area that actually has decent resistances and damage. Doomhauer. Laverne actually might be able to play because she's got 60% damage reduction. Ferret can play too. Julie can also play, and Geminiano can play. All right, we'll start off with that and see what happens. It just let out a laser beam and did massive damage. I mean, relatively speaking, massive damage. If there are multiples of those and I'm taking out multiple of those, that is super, super dangerous. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. All right, well, that guy got suppressed. Maybe Black is just the one that decides to let baddies out. I don't know, man. Allowing me to put water in my mouth. It was delicious. I do like water. No idea what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a light primer, PD, if you're listening. If not, I'll abnormality. The abnormalities are folklore, history, cryptids, random bits of what should be inanimate objects, but they have some kind of supernatural quality. Instinct work, insight work, repression work, or in most cases, what's called attachment work. They do these works so that we can get Enechophalin. Enechophalin is a magical magic juice, right? It's magic power juice. And having a positive experience gives green Enechophalin or positive Enechophalin or PE, and bad encounters give red Enechophalin or red or negative Enechophalin. And that's bad. We can't use it for power, and it holds no value whatsoever to the stockholders. So bad, right? So what we want to do is we want to go in, gather Enechophalin, reach the quota for the day, and end the day. We have various things that happen called ordeals in dawn, noon, dusk, and midnight, and the ordeals are a byproduct of the creation of these abnormalities that, you know, you'll learn about later on in the game. Left, and wow, all of these Zane, for the most part, I haven't met any Zanes with a very few exception. I haven't met any Zanes, but I think 2 that can kill you. But all of the Teth and higher have some condition which can kill you. And you have to research these abnormalities, get information, and then try to do a dance around their unique features to try to avoid dying or losing agents, or having the facility be completely overrun by some horrible thing. And we have a bunch of different tools at our disposal. HP and SP bullets, where I just shoot somebody and they get healed. I've got shield bullets. I've got slow bullets. I have sanity. People have sanity and health bars. So I hope that gives you just a general idea of what's happening. We're really deep into the game. We're at the last level, and from not last level, but the like day 46 is really deep into the game. And this is the last facility in the whole structure. So yeah, I'm hoping that can help you understand a little bit more. If certain abnos break out, I'm fucked, and the whole facility is screwed, and I have to restart the day, which canonically we can fuck with time. Spoiler alert, but the facility's purpose essentially is to generate energy that we can use to rewind and recycle time forever, basically. And there's an end goal as to why we're doing that. And little by little, we're learning and unfolding and unwrapping what it is. So it's canonical that we've gone through so many cycles. It's canonical that we're able to reset time. It's canonical that I'm able to pause right now. And it's also canonical that the characters all look the way that they do, because they all look tiny and cute and goofy. But there's one very short point in the game where you see what you would normally see, which is called the cognition filter. Kind of puts a layer on top of everything and makes everything look cute, because they said the manager kept going insane when they didn't have the cognition filter. So it's there for your safety. Anyway, that's the game we're playing. Back to bring value to the stockholders, to the shareholders. It is our purpose. I hope you're doing well. It's a rainy day up here in the mountains, but I did have a very pleasant morning. Eased in quirks about this game, and I think a lot of the like diehard hardcore player base will agree with me whenever I say, like, there are quirks in this game that make it borderline unplayable. There are things about this game that make it really frustrating to deal with, but lightning in a bottle in the story. It's really good, and I've really been enjoying it mostly for the story. I also enjoy the kind of like the chaos that ensues, but yeah, sometimes whenever I rant and rave and it seems like I'm super irritated, it's mostly just I am having fun. No, I am enjoying this. It's just sometimes it's a lot. They trusted me to rack 6 $1 million devices today. Suckers. Oh my goodness. I mean, they're not suckers if you don't. All right, I think I'm just gonna say to get all the way to midnight, and the amount of power that we have is, I mean, we basically have unlimited power. We have power overwhelming. We're unstoppable gods in the power department. Shouldn't have any problem getting to our power quota within the time limit. God, I guess we're like really, really close to our quota, so we can kind of send people in to go work with these Teths, which would otherwise be a complete waste of time. But because we're just trying to move the marker forward, there's no reason not to. Where's the meltdown? I see it. Big and will be bad wolf is melting down. Okay, now we've got a white noon coming up next. I think for some up your run, it completely depends on the type of ordeal that you have, but basically any of them are dangerous and need to be taken seriously. But considering that the very first event that I ran into just about killed me, or did make me restart the day, I am going to be a little bit more cautious. I'm kind of wondering if it's just going to be what we had before, but scaled up. And if that's the case, one thing that I could, well, I mean, I guess I need to defend, where's Punishing Bird? Punishing Bird and Big Bird are, oh shit, Big Bird's down here. All right, I'm just thinking right now. I need to make sure that Big Bird and Judgment Bird and White Knight don't get out. Those are the ones that if they get out, the run can be basically bricked. I think I can deal with Apocalypse Bird if all of the birds do their fusion dance and become Giga Bird. I'm pretty sure that I could handle that if I needed to, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that. All right, one more work, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have somebody go work with White Knight to trigger it. I'm going to wait until all of the agents are free. All right, here we go. White Noon event. They're also able to take damage from pale, but they take normal damage from red. So I think white here is Gimiog, the black immune. We can send in Hoon. We can send in Jukruk. We can send in Julie. Falgrim. Wait. Somebody's already suppressing. Her gear is really neato. She takes normal damage from pale. So it looks like my original kind of assumption was correct, that we're getting these Abnos, which are okay, brain is working. We're getting these Abnos, which has the same abnormality as potentially the third and the fourth ordeal, but you get more of them. So it looks like I've got 2. I need to send people to go and take them out. Red, you're not weak to red, but we can do red. I think I need to have people in elevators. But if we don't have people ready to respond quickly, it can be bad. We've got only a couple of people are going in towards you. I think everybody who's upstairs who can is going for you. I'm gonna see if I can send more people though. Having more heads on this is gonna be better. They seem to just completely ignore my they're seeming to completely ignore my slow. So obviously she's doing damage. I hate whenever they just walk away. So Jukruk is tanking this one up here right now. Ferret has started tanking up here. To address these faster. That's not... And it looks like Ferret went nuts. Alright, we have a meltdown going on right now across the facility. So we lost Ferret, Lean, and Jobby. And Greed. Lean and Jobby were both wearing Aleph gear and it didn't matter. They still got cooked. Man, that sucks. So much ass. Necro even lost... Necro's wearing Aleph gear and Necro even lost 100 some odd. I know you're here, Greed, but you're you're also kind of here in spirit now. Can I memory repository? This is day 46, isn't it? I should be able to memory repository. Man, I don't know what to do. I need to have more people central. I'm not lost, I'm at home. I mean, I could have everybody kind of like in the same spot. Kind of cluster. Whenever it did an ability, it caused basically every like not every facility, but like it caused a bunch of the different facilities to go into sicko mode. So we had Piper's bald now, which is awesome because bald is awesome. All right, yeah, I gotta get the numbers up. I gotta pump those numbers up. We hit our quota for energy. We're fine on energy. I just hate that people are dead. It's really irritating. I can't micromanage. Can't just send people at the problem and know that they'll be safe. Kind of irks me. I don't know how I'm gonna handle it moving forward because if I don't micromanage them, I'm gonna lose agents. But if I try to do them one at a time and just attack the abnormalities one at a time, then I'm going to wind up screwing myself because they're going to do things that allow other abnos to break out. So I guess what I could do is I could break off into two teams. We do our classic hide in the elevator bit. We go to two central places that are two areas in the facility that are central. And I mean, this is not central. This is way off to the left. So is this. But basically, it means that they're able, because they're in an elevator, they're able to get to basically any floor that they need to within a very short period of time. Because we'd be parked right here, right outside of White Knight's spot, then that would also mean that if one of them spawns near White Knight, we can put it out really quickly. We can just gun it down super fast. And that way we can protect White Knight. Then we move on to another spot and see if we can take out another one. So basically the idea here would be to do everything that we can to prevent White Knight from going under, and then move in order of importance around the facility and just kill them as quickly as we can. Now, I'm curious, it says 0% damage, and that kind of leads me to believe that the abnormalities are not healing off of the damage that we're doing. If we do, for example, white damage to the white abno, I don't think it actually heals from that damage. But who knows? I think 2 was what we had. Right? There's 2 meltdowns. Yeah. All right, we've got a White Dusk next. So if we assume that like my general idea is correct, then in the White Dusk event about the abnormalities getting to very specific places, the first spot that I think of is because if Big Bird or White Knight gets out, it kind of is Jover. Big Bird is, I think, less of a threat than White Knight is, obviously, but Big Bird snowballs out of control really, really quickly. The music off the chain hook over here. We gotta reset White Knight, and we have to send Piper in to work with White Knight. There's Judgment Bird on his shit again. I kind of just have to ignore him. Alright, one more. Oh, shit. For it to be triggered. Okay, so it looks like we have one down here. This is a Dusk of White. No, there's a red fixer. Yeah, okay, so... yeah, there were 0%, so, library mentioned. I would love to... I would love to be able to read those, but my eyeballs don't work that fast. It takes me a second to read. Okay, so let's take a peek at who we have in our judgment corner over here. Who can... All right, let's see who we have in this pile here. White damage, white damage, white damage, white damage. Literally everybody here does white damage. That's endured. It's not ignored, but it is not a perfect scenario, obviously. We have another over here. This is a pale fixer. Look, he's got a little business suit. That's adorable. Pale takes normal, or it takes full damage from white and half from everything else. 0 from pale, obviously. White over here. Holy shit, you guys. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not +1. We got +2 at least. Alright. Fuck. This is bad. So red over to here. We want to send white over, but I also kind of want to save them. You're out of toddler mode. Is this seriously all of the agents that we have available? This feels significant. Oh, scrolling. You have to scroll here. There's no arrow at the top, so I was confused. Okay. All right, so let's see. I don't know how to separate people, and you know what? That's something I should have done. Is I should have separated them into squads. We should have had the white damage, pale damage, black damage, red damage squads separated. Live and learn. A lot of people died. That is true. We did lose a lot of people, but I didn't think we lost that many. Okay. So I seriously, I only have these people here? All right, well, everybody here is going for the guy with pale. I know that, I know what I said. I think what it is, I think the problem is I have everybody is upstairs. And then I've got bozos that are working. I did not want to have people working right now. I fucked up. I fucked up real good. Well, everybody over here is already white, so we're sending them to go do the pale. We need to send all of these people down to here. Unfortunately, Daphne is here as well. She's not supposed to be there. Danger prone Daphne. All right, we're gonna go normal speed, and we're gonna watch. We're gonna see what happens. I already have a pretty good idea of what red does. Red takes normal damage from black damage. So I'm gonna scroll through and send in people who are doing black damage. Okay. That's Punishing Bird. Chasing down Bliss. Trying to kill all the leftovers. Alright, so we've sent those people in. Now what do we've got Dusk of White here. This one takes normal damage from red. I think all my people who do red damage died. White takes full damage from pale. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good, boys. Doesn't look good at all, actually. So I'm only sending people into spots where I think they're going to do full damage. Alright, I think these guys just took a bunch of damage from red. So we can do a black shield on these guys here. We can do a red shield on these guys down here. Game Girl, Fatal, is set up and gonna be the only one who's fighting Pale. So we'll see how that goes. Woo! Velasquez is doing white damage. I'm gonna pull Velasquez out of there. Velasquez, hello. Kirgo, get back. Sounds across the board here. So we can send Geminiano in here to grab the portrait. I'm looking around for other meltdowns. God, this is nerve-wracking. Pale Fixer is going to be doing bonus damage to anybody who doesn't have pale resistances. I think we're going to pull you guys out. So what it needs to be is people who do have resistances to pale damage. Why are you walking away from the white? Go kill her. All right. I think we need to go put out these fires. We'll have Doomhauer go there, and Yum Yum go here. Shit. People who have resistances to white or pale damage. And Jobby's already dead. I'm taking a peek around at the rest of the people. It's like Fatal, Keldy. Keldy does white damage. Exactly. But I guess Keldy was too far away? Geminiano's doing pale damage. That's the problem, is I think a lot of the people who have the pale resistance gear actually are doing pale damage. So that's a whoopsie goof on my end for sure. All right, we're gonna send Geminiano in here, and then we need to count to 30. Otherwise, that facility is going to kill him. All right, we're at 50. Gimiog is so this is the white Abno right now. I'm looking. Oh, there we go. Down here. And white takes bonus damage from pale. So we need to find the people who are doing pale damage. And I say people knowing that there's only one person left, and I'm pretty sure he's working right now. Okay, that means I can send in... Jax is doing white damage. It's a complete oversight on my part, because the people who are resistant to white damage are doing white damage. I fucked this up before. I need to have, like... I need to have crisscross values on the type of damage that I'm doing versus the type of damage. Fine handling this, it's just she's very, very slow. When compared to people who are just kind of walking away from her. Is she doing reflect damage? It kind of looks like she's reflecting damage at that point. Well, I know what that looks like. Alright, we're gonna hold off on doing damage right now. Yeah, I think she's just reflecting here. So as long as we pay attention and we don't just unga bunga, we should be fine in this case. Yeah. We hate it whenever we have our damage reflected on us. I was like, there's only one way that Fatal is taking so much damage right now, and that's if she's hurting herself. Alright, we see the Gatling gun coming out again. Oh, she's shooting it straight up into the air. Me smash. Its damage reflects a lot of damage. How about a little more? And, oh my god, I'm kind of glad Fatal's the only one who's down here. Putting out. Well, it's cooked. Was that a me losing focus thing? I could have sworn I had just sent somebody to go work with White Knight. Yes, so that we can end this nightmare. Okay, so everybody's dead, so we can rewind to the memory repository. I think that might have been me neglecting White Knight that time. I could have sworn I had just sent somebody to go work with him, but if he was pale whenever I sent somebody in there, but he was about to tick down, then he would have been very close to... No, that's... Had it really been 2 full minutes? Alright, well, I think I got this now. And I say that these guys have all-around damage reduction, and one thing that I don't have resistance to, and set them up with gear. Takes bonus damage from white, and white takes... Necro is in a perfect position to fight against black. Because Fatal has pale damage, but Jobby be a white date fight team. Basically, it'll have Keldy, Yoko, the Justice weapon. One, Geminiano. Alright. High red resistance and is doing... And then we're gonna Fatal goes against pale red resistances, so that's damage to the... Alright, so these are assigned. Simplicity's sake, we're gonna do that. fair team. Yoko also be on that team. The other just to see a sword. Alright, these three. Let's see, we've got Black. More people, fortunately, is Doomhauer. I think we'll just try to, for simplicity's sake, just give. Actually, I think I'm gonna give both of you just as insane, and you guys are 80%. Somebody else who has black damage resistance. Huh. But they do white damage support. This is, I think with it organized, like that is designed to has something equipped. The people who do not flame that is designed to has something equipped. The people who do not have Piper is, we should be perfect. Well, in a second. Time to be Unga Bunga. Are you fucking kidding me? How's the stream looking today, people? And it deny that it's really hard for me to tell. This is incredibly frustrating. Oh my god. It's megs per second down to it's like I'm with the stream up until and then well, fucking jeez. I mean, I'm using